Cool.
Hi, we're live.
All right.
Welcome to Monday, March 16th. 16th of March. I hope everyone had a wonderful Pi Day weekend. Filled with
Pi Day in the U.S., really.
Yeah, U.S. pie. Have your star-spangled pies.
I just want to do the food game first.
Yeah, I'm bringing pie to the game.
Whoa.
Um,
You win.
Welcome to Dev Support Office Hours. My name is Bob. Joining us live in the Los Angeles area, Jared and Kelly.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
And somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, the elusive Mr. Tim Groutman.
Hey,
Ah!
that's elusive, right?
Yeah, well done. How was
Dodgy.
you guys' OUYA gaming week? Your week of OUYA game-tasticness. Play anything cool?
Well, I played a bunch of Tina's Toy Factory, which is surprisingly addictive.
Kelly made a dinosaur.
I got sucked in.
What?
Like, yeah, match 3, I get it, whatever. And then, like, 10 levels later, I'm like, maybe I'm kind of weirdly into this game.
And to that point, actually, I talked to the dev about that fact that they're going to have a free demo for the game. So probably expect that game to become free to try later this week. Probably the first 5 levels being free.
Cool.
Has multiplayer too. Did you guys go head to head?
No, we haven't yet.
Oh, no, I didn't even see that mode. Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Yeah. If you hit a pallet, you put a pallet. You can block your other player. Do all kinds of nasty things to your opponent.
Well, it's interesting because it is really different than the super popular match 3 games in that, like, it's actually they're only, well, in the first 10 levels at least, it's like not every level is time based, and you have these extra abilities where you can use each once of like switching out a block for different color and stuff. So there's sort of this like slower strategic burn element to it, where you can just look at the screen for a while and figure out what the optimal next move is, which I think is better for me, more my style.
I just kept getting out of moves. Have you seen that?
I ran out of moves, Tim.
I played. I got wrecked by the game. But,
Yeah.
I'm much better now. Well, I'll find out when I play against Kelly.
That's right.
I get distracted. I want to do all the matching, and then you've got a time limit.
Yeah, you'll have a move limit.
Whoa, sorry. I realize there's a camera attached to this.
A shout out from superfan and developer Kai Mega just saying like Tina's Toy Factory is amazing.
Nice.
Adding that from Ouya
Glad you
form.
like it.
Yeah, we have a few other releases last week. Of note, we had the Wild Season beta go live, so another successful free-to-games fun game is now up and running on your OUYA. Joining the beta for Super Indie Parks, which I believe just got another update today, so expect to see lots of those coming down the road, and it's price reducing as it gets closer to its launch of $9.99. I believe Wild Season will also get a price reduction as it gets closer to the final release. Also, Dub Wars had a pretty big update. It is now free to try again, so get your Wub Wub on in Dub Wars land. Also, Radiant is still 50% off. Get Over Here, new game on OUYA is still 75% off. A brand new game, or actually a brand new sale for the recently released 4-color taxis, 50% off, and you can still get Mitch Berry Challenge for 50% through the next day or two. And tomorrow we are launching the Team 2-bit bundle, so you can get Reagan Gorbachev and Fist Punch for $9.99. So it's like getting both games paid for one. You can't beat it with the Team 2-bit bundle. So definitely check that out.
Did you already mention Super Indie Carts?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll mention it again.
That was the other one.
Actually, Cannibal had an update, and you can also play as our faceless suit-wearing hero Cannibal in Super Indie Carts. Also had another 100% free update for Age of Zombies, so you really can't turn that down, along with Cosmic Revenge. Another free-to-games beta Royal Heroes, and Collateral Damage also got an update. So check those all out. Free try, fun shenanigans galore. And then also the hilarious Pinata Rampage, if you've not checked that out. Spend like at least a couple of minutes doing that. And speaking of match 3 type games, Fatal Escape is from our friend developer over who did Animal Battle, and that's a really fun, addictive, challenging but simplistic kind of endless runner jumper geometric shapes. You kind of really have to play to understand it. Good times. I think we also gave a shout out for Mega Magnitude last week, which is still 100% free, which is kind of an endless runner where you're going down a collapsing building from floor to floor as every floor that you beat kind of just tries to fall down above you. So again, check it out. I'm not doing it justice. It's good fun. Yeah, there's a lot of game updates and a lot of new games in the mix. Expect the Playcast update with Arkham City and Chess versus Battle to go live later this week. So that's all included in your $7.99 subscription, plus a couple other games you can get a la carte out of the app as well. We also have the new Read-Only Memories data coming in from our friends at Midboss. Joe Danger is still in the works, and we also will have another surprise sale going live on Friday, which I cannot reveal yet. But all of you on OUYA Forum, it is one that you've been requesting in your what game would you like to see on sale thread. So now you can yell at me in that thread for teasing you so heavily. But again, we'll post on social on Friday and make it right in your face so you will not be able to miss it. But it will be a special limited time sale that will only be from Friday to Sunday. But trust me, you will reap the rewards of that. Enjoy.
I'm muted, sorry. Did you guys play the Red Weed yet?
I did.
Thanks for bringing that one up.
That's a cool one.
I'm not sure what the bottom mode is, but you can do 2 people at the same time as long as people take turns.
Really? What is that? Is it like what kind of classic game is that based off of? Do you remember? It's not.
It's like Go, right?
It's sort of like it's not like Chinese checkers, is it? It's like wasn't there like it's got like a whoopsie sound to it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're kind of like it's like a puzzle game where you're taking territory. What I like is that they took the puzzle gameplay and they tied it in with just a segment of the lore of War of the Worlds. So if you're not familiar with War of the Worlds, what the aliens do, spoiler alert, in the original novel and in the modern day remake, is they end up kind of consuming the humans and turning their bodies into fertilizer to create red weed to basically turn the Earth topography into that of Mars. So
terraforming.
Red weed. Yeah, terraforming. There you go.
Reversi was the game I was thinking of. Reversi.
Yes, that's it. Right.
It's fun. The red weed. So did you technically do just the facts with Jared?
I did. I just ran with it. I went crazy.
Yeah.
I did just all the games.
Go nuts. Well, if we've already done the facts and we've already played our games, then crack those knuckles because it's time to grok with Growlman.
Cool. All right. So I revisited Game Maker, and now we have support for OUYA Everywhere Input. We have support for in-app purchases, and I made it work on the Xiaomi box. So you need to be on the beta channel, and you'll need to get the new beta build. It's not actually out until next Friday, or the next end of the week if everything goes on schedule. But by next week, you should be able to do your Game Maker games on OUYA, Mojo, and the Xiaomi box. And I can show you a little bit about, I wrote up documentation for it. So I'll show you that now. Maybe. All right. So yeah, here's Game Maker. And in the extensions, I've made a OUYA SDK extension. And here's all the extension methods for like initializing, getting buttons for individual controllers, or seeing if a button is pressed for any of the controllers. You've got the checking for pressed events, checking for released events. You have getting the gamer info for in-app purchase stuff, you can get products, you can get request purchases, get receipts, and then a bunch of different helper methods for getting the details about all the different fields from receipts and products and purchase results. And I've documented it in the documentation here. So now in the Game Maker section, you'll see there's a guide to getting started. Like in your global game settings, you can put your package name, and this needs to match what you did in the developer portal. And then make sure you check the box Enable OUYA Packaging, and that will add it to the Play section on the OUYA and on Mojo. And then you can import this new extension, and I've put that in releases so you can import that. Again, make sure you're on the latest beta that you get next Friday, and the Java part will compile. There's some new methods in there. And then once you've got it in there, you can create your application, and that will build to Android and then automatically install and launch on the console. Then there's just general resource section, some details about where to put your things. So where to put your signing key. It's compatible with OUYA everywhere. You can check if the plugin's initialized. Here's a section on how to access the access values to get a specific controller. And then there's information about how to get whether buttons are pressed. If you're working with the menu button, you want to check for the pressed or released events. Okay, and there's checking for if any controller pushed a button, which if you want all your controllers to control a single player, you can do that. I do that for the in-app purchase examples. There's checking if a specific controller is connected, or checking if any controller is connected. And then there's all these async calls for doing the in-app purchase stuff. So there's getting the gamer info, getting products, requesting purchases, getting receipts, and then the two different examples that are checked into the SDK examples. So you'll find a virtual controller example, and you'll find the in-app purchase example. And you can see you can get the products, you can do receipt checking. It shows status messages for all the success, failed, and cancel events. There's a way to get the gamer info. I added an exit button. When you're on Xiaomi, make sure you always add an exit button to exit the game because double tapping the menu button isn't going to do anything. And it will detect the menu button, and I highlight the pause over there. And then there's a bunch of info about Xiaomi, so where to put the APK libraries, some permissions you need to add. There's a way to access the manifest. Make sure you add some manifest permissions. Make sure you set your target API level to 16. And then all the info about initializing Xiaomi. So you'll have your list of purchasables that you use. You'll have your Xiaomi app IDs that you get after you've published to the OUYA store and you're ready for Xiaomi. They'll give you these IDs you plug in. You put in your developer ID from the developer portal. You give it your product list of all your purchasables, and then you init, and you're ready to go for in-app purchasing. By using the OUYA Everywhere plugin, it automatically will disable the screensaver so that the screensaver doesn't come up when you're playing your game. And that's Xiaomi support and OUYA Everywhere support and in-app purchase support on GameMaker. So check it out. You'll be able to try it out next Friday.
What a beast. Toze Leal says, Tim, can you please give some cool functionalities with the OUYA SDK for Construct 2 about the OUYA controller LED? Whoa, that's like a firmware thing, eh?
It's a call on the API. I can expose that for Construct 2. Oh. It's just exposing more stuff through the API. I can do that.
Cool. Good question.
You won't be able to change the LEDs. Those are set, and that's going to be just on the OUYA, I think.
Right. That's what I figured he was asking about, but I wasn't sure. Make some sweet stuff happen. Any questions in on the forum side, Gerard? Jared? You're on mute if you're talking. Jared.
Sorry about that. We were where we I think that was it on the forum sites that again the person is asking. Yeah, consoles available, and again, some newsletters. Yes, we do. So, got stock for EU shop and North America. So, check it out. And also 40% on sale on controllers.
Which consoles are available, Jared?
OUYA consoles.
Oh yeah.
The
I mean, which can the anthracite or the gray ones? Which ones?
gray ones, but I believe it's the updated gray ones. So latest firmware, controller, all that good stuff, different knobs and buttons and what have you. But there's always a chance you can see anthracite again. But right now is the silver.
It's because it will look cool, like the players won the control. Yeah, so he wants to do firmware specific stuff.
Yeah, can't change the lights on your own. Unless you take apart your controller and you put different LEDs in there and your own microcontroller.
Yeah. Unless you make your own controller.
So Sega Fan 96 says, will this update affect Construct 2? So maybe he's asking, is there Xiaomi support for Construct 2?
Oh, I haven't documented that, but it's already part of Construct 2. So actually, I've added that to the docs, so just check out the docs, and it takes the init values, and it's just part of the interface. I have a screenshot in the docs to show how to add Xiaomi support, so just check it out for Construct 2. It's there.
Thanks, Tim.
I might need to document a few things about where to put the libraries, but it's similar to the Java example.
Cool. You guys should check out the Red Weed, because sometimes I get like 100% and I'm like, boom, I'm so good at this game, and then the next level happens and
You're obsessed.
it's a humbling experience.
Love to see about that on 2-player mode.
Oh man, there's 2 players for it, you said?
Yeah, it's the bottom mode, and then you just take turns.
Whoa. Crazy. Okay, well, on that note, do you guys have any interesting pies this weekend or cool things to contribute to the food game?
I made a Spanish tortilla on Pie Day.
Oh.
Round contribution.
Round coach.
I haven't had tortilla in forever. That's awesome.
To stay nice and cool on this warm, apparently summer's March Sunday, we saw that the local Menchie's had a new flavor, which is that crack that Trader Joe's has been selling for a while, that speculoos, that cookie butter spread. So they had basically it's a cookie butter spread, frozen yogurt there, and it was amazing. Like carrot chips, ate it all up. Shade, light breeze going by. It was totally nothing. Can I paint a picture for you, Bob?
Yeah, the setting helps make the food.
It was good. It was good.
And then Tim, you said you made like you sprinkled some Parmesan onto something?
Yeah. So I made stuffed orange peppers stuffed with ground turkey. It was awesome.
Hey, I had that from Trader Joe's the other week. Well, I did the Lazy Man's version of it, where they just sell the red peppers prepackaged with the turkey and rice. And we put Parmesan cheese on it. So I give you thumbs up for your homemade.
Yeah, I should have used Parmesan cheese. Instead, I picked the mozzarella. It was great.
There you go.
Or whether it's grated.
Oh.
There.
I had a Chicago-style deep dish pizza. That's what I was.
Where'd you get it?
Bet you were thinking it was going to be a fruit pie, huh?
Uh-huh.
Or a minced meat pie. At Zachary's, and it's a chain, or not really a chain, but it's a small place in the Bay Area that's pretty awesome.
What was in it?
It was pepperoni and green bell pepper, I think. Yeah, and maybe some mushrooms in there. It was awesome. However, I will take second place to Spanish tortilla, which
No, Tim wins this time. Come on,
Didn't Tim?
I didn't win. I ruined it. The mozzarella was moldy.
Oh, that's right. That's what you were referring to.
Yeah.
Wow.
He ended up poisoning himself.
I didn't need it. I opened a fresh bag and it came out moldy and it just totally ruined it.
Yeah,
If I would have skipped the cheese, it would have been perfect. It was
that's a
ready
technical
to go.
knockout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technical knockout.
And then Kelly got the homemade modifier
Yeah.
to win today. Sega fan is asking, are there any alternatives to Ludai?
Yeah, they're talking about Cocoon.js. I've got the Chromium thing, but that's not as fast as the Luddite thing. And I want to visit Cordova at some point, which will be faster. And it'll have the in-app support, in-app purchase support, and OUYA Everywhere input. Part of it. It's just I will have to do it after GameMaker, I suppose. And then I'm working on some monogame updates too. So when I finish monogame, after that I'll look at Cordova, and then you can have some fast HTML5 wrappers.
You heard it here first. Well, on that note, I say party on. OUYA on.
Alrighty.
Yo.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.